Hello YouTube. Today we are at Spirit Ford located in Dundee, Michigan, right across from Colovos. We're going to be taking a look at this 2017 Ford Transit Connect XLT wagon with second and third row seating. I did take this vehicle for a short test drive and I was actually quite surprised. I'll get into that a little more once we get into the interior of the vehicle. But this is equipped with a 2.5 liter dual overhead cam V6, 6-speed automatic transmission. You do have the standard 16-inch rim. Let's take a look at that engine real quick. Alright, here's that 2.5 liter V6. This is not turbocharged. It's the basic 6-cylinder engine, pretty much just like all the other ones, except no turbo. It is pretty small. It does actually look really small in here. Now let's take a look at the interior. Alright, we are now on the inside of the Transit Connect, and the first thing I noticed is the amount of visibility you have in this vehicle. This windshield is absolutely huge. You can see the entire road. It honestly looks like you're watching a movie. You have a huge windshield, a huge window in front of the mirror, the driver's window, and the passenger window. And then you do have windows all throughout. This is the passenger model, so you do have the seats and the windows. Another cool thing I noticed was there's a storage bin way up in front of the passenger seat. Overhead you have some sort of storage up in the headliner, so you can do papers, maps, whatever you want. You got your handle on that side, handle on this side. You do have your vanity mirror, however it is not lighted. You do have power adjustable pedals, which is real nice. Starting on this side, you have your windows. The rear windows roll down, which is really neat. That huge window rolls down, that's awesome. Got your mirror controls, blind spot on driver's side and passenger side, which I've said before is a huge plus. I wish more companies would do that. Like all Ford cars, you have your lighting controls here, turn signals, windshield washer fluid, your sync, voice activated phone call and audio is right here. Your navigation through the screen is on this side. Cruise control on and off, all that's right here. This is a leather wrapped steering wheel, which is pretty nice to have. Basic pedals. It does have this weird material. It's not quite like carbon fiber. I don't know, but it's textured, and I think it's real nice to the touch. Automatic transmission with manual overdrive right here. You do have your heating and cooling controls all right there. Hazards, and then all of your radio, media, phone, sound, all that. Radio settings, and your little radio screen right there. The seats are nice. The seats have pretty decent bolsters. You do have 2 cup holders, or a third one, for a Red Bull or whatever. 12-volt outlet, your sync logo, that's for some change, emergency brake, a little bit of storage underneath the little armrest console, which has, I could say you could probably fit a couple phones in there. You do have a line-in jack and a USB out, along with little divots for cords, which I think is nice. You have some pretty deep storage over there. Very big glove compartment. This is your funnel in case you need to use a gas can, because Ford has the capless gas tanks. Just as much storage on this side. and it does look like you can fit 2 huge cups in there. Now that I showed you the front, let's go to the back and see how much room we have. Being the XLT, this vehicle does not come with automatic doors, but they are very easy to open and close. As you can see, you don't even really need to throw it closed. These seats do fold forward. I don't have them folded forward right now because I don't have access to both of my hands. To pull them forward, you just pull this one first, then this, and you pull it forward. You can have more storage. You can take the rear seats out. I know for a fact I'm not going to have any legroom back here. This is for small children, so I'll do this first. I think it's cool. You got storage on both sides. You have cup holders, and the rear 2 passengers have their own HVAC vents, which is awesome. I think that's a huge plus to have. Whenever I was younger and I was in the way back seats, I was always super hot because there was no vents back there for me. So I'm going to get into the other side and show you how much legroom I have. I like that with this vehicle, unlike the Econolines, you can enter from either side of the vehicle, which is nice. That way you're not having to get behind the passenger or move seats down. If you're storing something over here, you can easily just get in on this side. So closing the door is easy. There's a little handle right there. They pretty much close themselves. You have your HVAC control for the second row on both sides. So every row has their own little vents, which is awesome. A really cool feature that I like, I don't know if I can get the angle, the rear has their own climate control. So, let's see if you can see that. You do have cold, regular air, or heat. So if the people in the front are cold and you're hot, they can have heat on and you can have AC, along with how high you want it. You do have storage up here for the back. This is the ultimate minivan, in my opinion. You have storage literally everywhere. You can take out the last row and have a massive trunk if you'd like. This is a pretty tall van as well. Again, I am about 6 feet tall and 5'11", and I'd say I probably have 6 to 8 inches of clearance before I hit my head on here. And the same goes for the back as well. However, they wouldn't really be able to fit, because the seat is too close. I'm not even going to attempt that. But I thought that this was absolutely awesome. So you can store, waters up here, snacks for the kids. Really cool. Something that I like about this van also is if you don't have kids or want to configure it for a minivan, you can completely get rid of all these seats and use it as like a workman's vehicle. You can get rubber floor in here, and you can put all your tools and stuff. And this is a very rugged vehicle, and you can fit a lot of stuff in it. You don't need to jump to that massive transit, to get a lot of space. You have a lot of room in here. So now that I showed you in here in the legroom, which is about 8 to 10 inches, I'm going to take you to the trunk and see how big that is with the third row in it. But before we do that, we're going to open this. And would you look at that? You probably have 3 or 4 inch deep storage pan underneath the passenger seat. So like I said earlier, this car is loaded with storage and you have a ton of room. Alright, here's the trunk of the vehicle. With the third row of seats, you don't really have that much room. I'd say you probably have 1.5 feet on the bottom and maybe, 8 to 10 inches up top. However, these seats do fold. There are flat mats on them, so you can fold all the seats and have a bunch of storage space in here. This is a huge trunk, obviously. I'm going to close it. I'm going to show you something else too. This particular model does come with roof racks, so you can tie things up to the top of the vehicle, which, by the way, the roof racks run pretty much the entire length of the vehicle until you get to this massive windshield. So now that I showed you that, let's take a look at the window sticker real quick. Alright, this Transit Connect total MSRP is $29,380. It does come with the order code 210A package. The optional equipment is the trailer tow package for $395. Mid-vehicle overhead console, which I believe is the console above the driver and passenger seat. Roof rack, including crossbars, for $195, and flex fuel capable. Base price is $27,700. Once again, spec'd out to $29,380. 19 miles to the gallon city, 27 highway for a combined of 22. If you're interested in buying one of these vehicles, or this vehicle in particular, come down and talk to Bill Colovos at Spirit Ford. He's a salesman here. He can get you squared away. There's so many possible configurations for this vehicle. You can go 2 rows, 3 rows. You can go just driver and passenger and have it as a work vehicle. If your business is looking at purchasing these for a fleet, Bill Colovos is the guy you want to talk to. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.